I'll be doing a review on these beverage bands. I paid for this myself. I bought it online, and I'm going to test how good these work and hold up on holding a drink so they don't tip over and spill in a car. It's a silicone rubber gear, or at least it looks like one. The whole benefit of this is because if you want to keep this design, then you can keep the design, and then when you want to use this, you use this, and you can just leave this in your cup holders. So, and the purpose of this is to, they say, stop the wobble. I believe there is a patent on this, so only one place makes this. I'll put the link in the description. Anyway, so let's test these out. This one's a classic 16.9 ounce bottle. I was able to slip this on with one hand, so that's good. Let's push it into a cup holder, see how well it works. No, it doesn't appear that it works that well, but it kind of moved when I pushed it down. Now it's even worse. Let's push that back down again. Put it in. I had to really push it to make sure it's in. And even then, it's just not really in. Okay, so this did not work on this bottle. Let's try a bottle with a slightly bigger base. This one is 18 ounces. That one slipped on. That's pretty good. Push it through. Same thing, I had to push hard, but then it tips over to the side, so that's not good. Now, one thing I don't like is, let's say you want to then grab a drink, you can take it up, but then think about it, every time you gotta push it in. Otherwise, if you put it in loosely like that, oh, look at that's even worse. And actually, you know what's interesting? When I pushed it further, this rubber band, beverage band, whatever you want to call it, slid upwards. Now it's not effective anymore. Look at that. But if I didn't push it down, see, I just did it again. So this one's this bottle did not work. 18 ounce bottle. Let's try this big old mug. So even right now, it's kind of in. So again, I have to tip this over just to get it on the bottom. Now, one thing I noticed is with these bands, you know, sometimes you have to really stretch it to get it on here. So if this was a plastic drink right now, probably wouldn't even be able to get this, because then I'll be like squeezing the plastic. Okay, so now it's on. So push this down. Okay. You can see this time the gear is actually sticking out, so that doesn't look good. And again, it's just gonna definitely tip over. Okay. Now, realistically, putting this beverage band on a can of soda pop, you're just not gonna do it. It's because it's not gonna fall. You got that divider right there. You know, in the front cup holders, they're usually a little deeper. But I'm like super concerned about, you know, this maybe spilling. You could like put some napkins here, which isn't a bad idea anyway, in case it does spill a little bit. But even the napkins are kind of holding it up a little bit better, in my opinion. Although I have made a video before on complaining more so for the OEMs, because I think it's a really big safety issue. That cup holders should be deeper or have some kind of mechanism to help hold whether it's a small drink or a taller drink, so it doesn't spill, because people could be driving and they spill and you could damage your, you know, gear shift and potentially get involved in the crash. So you can check out that other video. I've complained. I hope you know, future OEMs make, you know, better cup holders and truly think of people's safety. Let's try a really slim can, right? And this is funny, this doesn't do anything, because look at this, it just comes right out. So it doesn't work for the really slim cans. Let's try longer cup, because those are the ones that you're probably more likely concerned about anyway in terms of spilling. Again, I have to tip this over just to put it on, which I do not like. If I don't tip it, I can still do it, just feels a little bit more uncomfortable. Okay, so now band's on. Trying to push it down harder. So let's see. And this is, it's not good. So let me take this out. Yeah, so that was actually worse by just using this in the front cup holder. Now, I thought it would be nice, but clearly it didn't. It may have reduced the wobble for some drinks, but in other cases it just made it even worse. And at some points this felt like it was actually more unsafe using this, and then it just became more of a hassle. In general, this can cost no more than like 50 cents a piece. You get two, which, I mean, it makes sense to give people two of them. This is something that should probably belong in like maybe the dollar store. I'll probably test these in another vehicle to see if these are any good. And you can check out that video in the description. Maybe it will be better in your vehicle, but it was a definite fail in this vehicle. I am going to do another separate video on just the back seat because the back seat cup holders are just not as deep as these. And I'll post a separate video. You can check out on that. Hopefully these will work better for the back seat, but for the front seat, no way, no way. So don't really recommend these. I'll still put the link in the description. Maybe it will work for you, but my guess is it won't. And for safety purposes, I'm going to return these. If another product comes out that's better than this, let me know about it and maybe I'll test it. Hopefully this video helped, but really what should happen is the manufacturers really just need to design a better cup holder. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on these bands in the description. Thanks for watching. If this video helped, please subscribe. Have a great day or night.